the news, President Muhammadu Buhari signs 2020 Finance Bill into law. Top ISWAP commander killed in MNJTF airstrike. And Niger sacks security chiefs after deadliest attack in years. A warm welcome to News Now. I am FIDELIA AGWUNCHA. President Muhammadu Buhari has signed the 2020 Finance Bill into law, thereby increasing value-added tax from 5 to 7.5%. Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, confirmed this development in a statement released on Monday. He said the new law has 5 strategic objectives, which are promoting fiscal equity by mitigating instances of regressive taxation and reforming domestic tax laws to align with global best practices. Others are introducing tax incentives for investment in infrastructure and capital markets, supporting micro, small, medium-sized businesses in line with our ease of doing business reforms, and raising revenues for government. With the president's assent, Adesina says there would be more revenue to finance key government projects, especially in the areas of health, education, and critical infrastructure. The Supreme Court on Monday suspended the hearing of the governorship appeals from 6 states of the Federation due to sudden illness of one of the judges hearing the case. The appeals are from the governorship elections in Imo, Bauchi, Sokoto, Kano, Plateau, and Benue State. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had declared governors Emeka Ihedioha of Imo State, Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, Aminu Tambawa of Sokoto, Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano, Simon Lalong of Plateau, and Samuel Ortom of Benue as winners of governorship elections in their respective states. A 7-man panel of the court, led by Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Mohammed, suspended hearing on the case minutes after proceedings began, following the inability of the security operatives to control the crowd of politicians and their supporters who had besieged the courtroom. After the situation was brought under control, the court reconvened but again had to adjourn abruptly when the CJN announced that one of the justices hearing the case is critically ill. The case was then adjourned to Tuesday for continuation. While more Nigerians have been reacting to the use of the presidential jet by children of President Muhammadu Buhari for private social functions, the latest reaction is from lawyer and political analyst Liberos Oshoma, who says the presidential jet should be used strictly for official trips only. Buhari's daughter, Hannah, had come under fire for using the presidential jet to attend an event in Bauchi State last week, where she was invited to take pictures and make a catalogue for Bauchi arts and culture as part of her pet project. In reaction to criticisms, the president's spokesperson admitted that Anna had flown on the presidential jet, but insisted that it was a normal practice in the country.
Some people have argued that it is not illegal, and I dare say that it is illegal. It is like saying that since she's the president's daughter, she can toil with the seal of the office of the president. For me, that's a no-no. It's all about the code of conduct for the office of the president. And that's why, in some cases, we will stretch it a bit further. You would say that even the president ought not to use the presidential jet for a campaign.
For security matters, the Multinational Joint Task Force, MNJTF, said it has killed Khalifa Omar, a high-ranking commander in the Islamic State West Africa province, ISWAP. A statement from the task force said the influential commander of the terror group was eliminated during an airborne attack on one of the insurgent hideouts on a Lake Chad community known as Tumbum Sabo. The statement, signed by Timothy Antinga, who is the spokesperson of the MNJTF, said Khalifa Omar was the 3rd-ranking commander in ISWAP leadership and also the chief judge of the group. Antinga said 3 other senior commanders of ISWAP were also neutralized in another airstrike carried out in Kwalaram Axis. Last week, the MNGTF said it carried out airstrikes on ISWAP training camps in Tumbumadayi, during which several terrorists and their commanders who gathered for training were killed. Challenging security situation in states in southwest Nigeria forced governors in the region to come up with AMOTEKUN security outfit, a security outfit made up of paramilitary organizations. Since its launch last week, mixed reactions have trailed the decision of the southwest governors to change the region's security architecture. While some feel it's a welcome development, other Nigerians are of the opinion that this may not work well with the existing security apparatus in the country. Tunjioye has been speaking to Nigerians on the development, and here's what they've been saying.
The regional security outfit established by Southwest State Operation AMOTEKUN has been generating issues in some quarters. Some northern youth groups, including Cattle Breeders Association, Miyetti Allah, have been kicking since AMOTEKUN outfit was established. Nigerians are of the view that security issues are too important to tolerate. Some Nigerians who spoke to TV360 believe any initiative that will guarantee security of lives and property is worth trying out.
It is a welcome development. Southwest have done a marvelous job. In fact, that is what I'm expecting from them to do. It is obvious that Nigerian police are overstretched. They need intelligent gathering. Operation AMOTEKUN is not a security that is going to carry gun or ammunition. No, they are to gather intelligence for the security operatives. So there's nothing wrong with that.
It's a welcome development, but I think that the National Assembly should put that measure in consideration because of for the past how many years now, I was one of the people that was agitating for state policing. I think all the whole states of the Federation should have their policing. They should police themselves because crime, when committed, for example, in a community, you will say that house, that boy, that girl is a criminal. Criminals are known in that domain.
The operation of AMOTEKUN, in my own view, every zone is supposed to have that type of operation. We have 6 zones in the country. And if each zone, all the governors can converge and have their own, I think we shall have a relative peace in the country. What we're after peace. And how do we go about peace? By ensuring that the security of life of the people are being adequately taken care of.
The people who have the intention and the people who conceive it, better it, they are doing the right thing in the right direction. If our security outfits, they are up to the task. If our security outfits, they are active as supposed, I do not think that this thing is necessary.
The reason why I support it, when you see what is going on in all Nigeria run, especially in far north, you will see that what they are doing, they are not doing wrong. Are you getting me? Because, for example, we have the one that happened at just of recently. Let's assume they have an organization like this. I believe something like that will not happen.
Investigations have shown that at least 23 states have been running local security outfits to complement the effort of security agencies. However, it seems the regional dimension of Operation AMOTEKUN gives the outfit recognition more than other security outfits. From Abuja, Tunjioye, TV360 News.
The Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association, DEPOA, has called on Nigerians to prioritize the well-being of the families of fallen heroes. President of the group, Omobolanle Olonishakin, made the call at an event on corporate social responsibility for the maiden edition of our Tribute to Our Troop, the Unsung Heroes Concerts for 2020 in Abuja. There is more in this report.
It is in appreciation of the gallantry of men and women in the Nigerian Armed Forces that the Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association, DEPOA, have organized this gathering. To show their gratitude, the group is distributing these relief materials to wives of soldiers and police officers who have paid the supreme price for their country. The event is part of activities lined up to mark the 2020 Armed Forces Remembrance Day.
I am appealing to corporate organizations and NGOs, as well as affluent people within our society, to take it as their corporate social responsibility to provide that backbone of support that a spouse or parent generally provides to his or her family and make a world of difference in the widows and orphans' lives.
The future of defense staff, armed forces of Nigeria, and indeed the nation at large have not forgotten you, and that you are never alone, as you are always in our prayers. As you can see all around you, the Chief of Defense Staff have provided some items and provisions for your benefit in order to alleviate the suffering you may be going through.
Family members of the fallen heroes recounted their experiences since the departure of their spouses, while also grateful for the show of love by the defense headquarters.
It's just last year. This is 1 year after when I lost my husband. So, no, we are still processing the things. We have not finished anything. We just got the burial expensive. So, even some things we never process this due to the court letter of administration. Without that, you cannot be doing any other thing. So we just got that one.
We are very grateful today for what they did for us. We only pray that God should continue increasing them, God should continue favoring them, and many hands that contribute to us. We pray that God will extend, God will continue to bless them and their family. They reach out to us, even last December they reached out to us also, and here we are today again.
Every year on January 15th, Nigeria celebrates fallen heroes who died in the line of duty while fighting to secure the nation from all forms of security challenges. Abisola Adebayo, TV360, Nigeria.
A coalition of civil society groups are calling for the resignation of the Deputy President of the Senate, Ove Omoagege, over alleged criminal convictions in the United States of America. The civil society groups at a media briefing in Abuja said Ove Omoagege's nomination by his party and eventual victory at the poll is totally against Nigeria's constitution.
Following the lengthy prosecution of the said allegation leveled against Augustine O. Omoagege, he was convicted of violating California Penal Code Section 470 and was subsequently suspended from the practice of law, pending final disposition of the proceeding. As true guardians of democracy and firm advocates of transparency in governance, we are hereby perturbed, and deeply so, at the fact that Senator Ove Omoagege concealed all this information from the Independent National Electoral Commission. First, he was allowed to participate in the general elections, contrary to the provisions of the Constitution, and which elections produced him as senator representing Delta Central Senatorial District in the Nigerian Senate. It is very obvious that owing to these weighty allegations, owing to these acts of conviction with proofs in the United States, there are limitations to which the Nigerian Senate can engage with the Senate of the United States of America. There are very clear limitations. Now, in the course of our scrupulous scrutiny and checks, we stumbled on all of this and realized that this is the cause of it. It is now bestowed upon us as a bounden duty to expose this.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has frozen the bank account of ex-lawmaker Shehu Sani. This is according to a senior special advisor to the former lawmaker, Suleiman Ahmed. Ahmed, in a statement, said Sani, who is a fierce critic of President Muhammadu Buhari, was being persecuted for his opposition to the policies of the APC administration. The EFCC had on December 30th, 2019, arrested Sani for allegedly collecting the sum of $24,000 or 8.6 million naira from Sani Dauda, owner of ASD Motors, who was under investigation by the commission. The money, according to the EFCC, was handed to the former lawmaker after promising Dauda that he would use the sum to bribe the acting chairman of the agency, Ibrahim Magu. Although the former lawmaker has denied the allegation, the anti-graft agency has insisted that he has questions to answer. Nigeria's Customs Service has shortlisted a total of 162,399 candidates for the next stage of its recruitment exercise. Public Relations Officer of the NCS, Joseph Atta, made this known in a statement released on Monday. He explained that those shortlisted were part of the over 800,000 candidates who indicated interest in joining the service. Atta stressed that the recruitment process required no monetary payment and advised the candidates to ignore any such request from any quarter. He added that all notified candidates will sit for an aptitude test at a date and center indicated in their respective notification slips. The customs spokesperson also asked them to be in their best behaviors and comply with all instructions during the aptitude test to avoid being disqualified. All news now will continue in just a moment. Don't go away.
Whilst the crash nurse recently pressed to the right from protected the problem nothing.
That the election has been postponed and Nigerians have been reacting to that.
Local area of Lagos as early as 7 a.m. Some minutes past the incident has been managed.
Headquarters this morning we have
Welcome back. Let's now talk business. Oyin Adekunle is standing by with details. Hello, Oyin.
Hi, Fidelia.
So more and more Nigerians are advising the federal government to diversify the nation's economy. Could you tell us more about this?
Well, the latest advice is from the chairman of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, Uche Olowu, who revealed that Nigeria's plan to diversify the economy away from crude oil earnings is expected to boost foreign investors' confidence in the economy. Olowu made this known while speaking at the Finance Correspondents Association of Nigeria, FICAN 2020 Economic Outlook in Lagos. The CIBN chairman said that as soon as the economy is diversified, the country will see higher accretion to the foreign reserves and improved confidence in the economy. He added that opportunities in the agricultural sector should be explored to improve the country's capacity to export agri products.
As soon as the economy is diversified, we will see accretion in reserves the way it's supposed to be. You will see more, you will see there will be more accretion in reserve because of what has happened with border closure. I do not want to see this one-off global tension as, okay, fine, Iran is sustainable, no. But we know that oil at the benchmark used in the budget is 58 or $56. So that is achievable. No fear for, because the next area you are saying, okay, if this goes down, what happens? There will be devaluation. I do not see a solution. There will only be accretion. We manage, you will see policies of government will diversify the economy and make sure we export and become productive.
Let's take a short break now and return with stock market review. Please stay. After a very narrow escape on Friday, the NSE resumed trading activities for this week on yet another positive note. To a very great extent, investors are showing great interest and are still very much optimistic about the current market trend. And how do we know that? The volume of shares traded today increased, actually surged by about 68 million units. That's This increase in volume also resulted in a spike in value from 4.8 billion naira in previous session to 8.547 billion naira in today's session. And today, key market indicators rose by 0.74%, that's to close at 29,633 basis points, while market cap of listed equities remained within the 15 trillion naira mark, increasing today by 113 billion naira to close at 15.287 trillion naira. Now to the drivers of today's positive trend, we see that MTN is well ahead of 16 gainers after its share price rose from 116 naira to 127 naira and 6 kobo today. UACN follows, closing at 11 naira and 5 kobo. That's 80 kobo gain, maintaining the spike from previous session. While we also have GlaxoSmithKline and UBA also rose by 35 and 30 kobo respectively. And on the flip side, we know that when they are gainers, they are also losers. The table of losers is led by Presco. Yes, Presco closing today by 52 naira and 25 kobo. And when we look at this chart, Presco, I should say, is extending losses from previous session, while the stock of BUA Cement PLC saw a reversal in the drop of prices from 41 naira in previous session to 39 naira today. That's 2 naira drop in its third day of trading on the NSE. It actually just listed on the NSE on Thursday. And moving on, we see that Seplat as well as Cadbury completed the table of losers. And moving on to the foreign scene now, let's see how trading activities were in foreign markets. It's all bullish. FTSE is up ahead of US-China trade deal. Same thing for Dow Jones and Nikkei as well, all experiencing bullish runs for today. And that's it from here. It's back to you, Fidelia.
Oh, thank you very much, Oyin, for that update. An impressive performance from the NSE, 2 straight weeks of a bullish trend, and we hope for more. Well, to the foreign scene, Niger's President Mahamadou Issoufou has removed Ahmed Mohamed as the head of the armed forces following 2 of the country's deadliest attacks, which led to the killing of at least 160 soldiers. The government announced after a cabinet meeting on Monday that General Khalifu Modi has been appointed as Mohamed's successor. Niger has witnessed increasing attacks by militants linked to Islamic State and Al-Qaeda in recent months. Last Thursday, a daytime raid on a remote army base killed at least 89 soldiers. The attack came less than a month after another raid on an outpost that killed 71 soldiers. These attacks have raised questions about Niger's ability to contain the spread of jihadist groups across its western border from Mali and Burkina Faso. And in sport, horses have played a fundamental role in northern Nigerian history, from serving as war machines to entertainment at festivals. Now, horse racing goes back to ancient traditional recreational activities, often frequently with hefty prizes attached. It has now evolved into a respected sporting activity. In Kano State, an international tournament is hosted yearly, featuring confrontations between international and local polo players. Adekunle has more.
Widely referred to as the sport of kings, polo events like this one is a major driver of tourism in Kano State. It is customarily played on horsebacks, and the objective is to score goals by driving a small white ball into an opposing team's post using a long-handled mallet. Spectators, young and old, cluster around the field to cheer the players. Their experience is nothing short of excitement.
In Nigeria now, the highest handicap is +4. And in the world, the handicap rated highest handicap is +10. So we are pushing up to that. I feel happy because I come down safely. That's not the priority in the game. Once you play the game, I'm come down safely. One day, if you lose today, you are going to win tomorrow.
Andre has come all the way from Argentina. He has visited Nigeria on several occasions for different tournaments.
No, the game was good. We was winning all the game, and it was a tough game. Luckily, we finished winning.
Captain of the Polo Club explains how Kano State has managed to remain in the front line of sustaining this age-long sporting activity.
It's very exciting for players to see, for spectators to see, players coming from Argentina, from South Africa, from the US, from UK, coming to play in a tournament. So people come in mass to come and watch. And that's where the attraction is. for banks, for telecommunication companies, for insurance companies, you know, and other people that have different businesses that they want to reach out to population.
Horse riding certainly doesn't fall in the league of regular sports like football and others, and here's why.
In top shape every day, ready to play, it takes a lot of work because you must have feeding, you must have medication, and you must have the groom who will be there every minute by minute to watch on the horse. Remember, they're animals and they cannot speak, so someone needs to watch on them daily. So it's a bit, I would say it's a bit on the high side to maintain one pony, let alone the number you need to play a game.
Really, there are no material gains, you know, of that you derive from the game of polo. It's just self-satisfaction.
Administrators of these clubs hope to do more, but the lack of many professional players is a major setback.
Nigeria belongs to the league of international clubs that play, international countries that play the Olympics or the World Cup, the Polo World Tournament. And we do not have enough, you know, professional, very well, you know, professional players. And that's why sometimes, you know, we are at a disadvantage when we go on these outings.
There are currently about 16 polo clubs spread across different states in Nigeria. Events such as this will continue to preserve the culture and ultimately register the country's name on top of the World Polio Tour ranking. ADEKUNLE, TV360, Kano State.
And that is the news now. Many thanks for joining us. I am FIDELIA AGWUNCHA. Bye for now.